Oh, you're so cool, Brewster.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
You won and I died.
I feel a little woozy, yeah. They're coming to get you, Barbara.
How's it hanging, Phil?
What's the prime time, bitch?
Come and get it.
So either put the gun down now or kiss your ass goodbye.
Let's get this party started.
I agree, Dana. Let's get this party started. So, welcome back to Sledgehammer Horror, guys. I am Ken Sledge.
And I'm Ashley Sledge.
And let's talk 80s horror. So, today we are joined by one newcomer to the channel, one newcomer to our lives, and a repeat special guest that we didn't let anybody know was coming. So, first off, over here we got our buddy Jake Jolley, creator of Clay Zombies. Jake, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing awesome. Really appreciate the opportunity to jump on with you guys and talk about 80s horror. I'm excited.
Yeah, we are too.
We were very, very happy to have you along for the ride, man. We're very excited to have you. All of their links are down in the description as well, guys. But before that, let's talk about Amber a little bit. Amber, how are you doing tonight, love?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys?
We're good.
We are awesome. And then obviously we got our buddy Boomer down here, podcast in the woods. Boomer, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Ken. Hey, Ashley. I'm coming to you live from the laundry room here at Boomer's Den. We had some technical difficulties, but we're going to make it work tonight, and I am excited to be here and happy to be talking to you and happy to meet Amber and Jake. This is wonderful.
Yes, we are very happy to have you all. Now, as always, out of respect, for those of you that don't know our amazing friends that are here with us, we're going to give them a second before we catch up on the chat to explain to you a little bit about what they do and where you can find them. So let's start with you, Jake. Where can people find you and what do you do?
Well, you could find me on Instagram, Jake Danger Jolley or JJolly8. I'm writer and director of a feature film, Clay Zombies. I did a few short films before that. Do haunted house commercials for Shout Out, Carnage Haunted House, and also do some music video live show, cinematography, videography, stuff like that. But yeah, that's my big project. I'm still trying to promote. I finished it in 2021. Got to work with my favorite actress, Diane Franklin, on that, and hoping to do a possible sequel to that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And like I said, all his Instagram links are in the description. So make sure you're clicking those. And like I said, we got the amazing Amber Brooke. If you've seen her My First Horror Movie, you know that we had an awesome connection. I was so excited to make this happen again. And she is an Instagram goddess when it comes to her live videos. So Amber, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Oh gosh, you're talking me up here. First of all, thank you. And I did have a blast on my first horror movie. I do Terror Tuesday lives on Instagram. I'm going to be doing them live on YouTube now, and I'm going to be doing them as a podcast. Yeah.
Nice.
Congratulations.
So
that's awesome.
New. Yeah, thanks. I do that. I model, I act. I'm a scream queen. It's my favorite thing. And yeah, I'm just an all-around horror goofball.
And we love you to death for it. And speaking of people I love to the moon and back about 6 times, our buddy Boomer down here. We talk about repeat offenders, as my wife said, repeat guests. One of my favorite people on this planet. Boomer, how you doing tonight? And for the people that haven't seen you on here before, can you tell them a little bit about what you do over at Podcast in the Woods?
Sure, I am doing fantastic this evening. It's always fun to talk about horror movies. I don't care whether they are good, bad, or indifferent, whatever it is. I have a good time talking about them. And I do that with my wonderful and amazing co-host, Gabby. Gabby's the real star. Yeah, you know, I always say it every single time that Gabby brings the intelligence and I bring the schlock most of the time. And we have a good dynamic over there. But yeah, we are on all podcasting platforms. And you can also check us out on Instagram or Twitter at Woods Podcast 1. And kind of hinting at a special announcement, your boy Boomer may have a future role in an upcoming horror movie. So,
Ooh,
Nice.
cameo role,
Please.
not anything big, cameo, but yeah, more news
Dude.
to follow on that.
Listen, it may not be big, but the minute that they found out you were going to be in it, it's going to be huge. So we're so excited to see that. Boomer.
Exciting.
I
Yeah.
can't wait. Congratulations, my friend. It's a dream come true when you get that opportunity. So I'm very happy for you. No one deserves it more. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we start with our countdown, as always, I do want to catch up on the chat real quick. We got the amazing Tatum here.
Hey, Tatum.
Push that like button. I agree. And she's promoting. Here's a link for Jake. Here's a link for Amber. So you can follow them on Facebook, Instagram. What's up, Russell?
Hey,
I think
Russell.
everybody should smash that like button because that is just a swell thing for you to do.
Mhm.
And obviously, I do want to say one more time to my beautiful wife, Ashley, to the beautiful Amber, happy International Women's Day.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
for running society. We appreciate it because without you ladies, this shit would crumble because we can't take care of things ourselves.
Yeah, well, yeah.
There's another amazing person, Dice.
Hi, Dice.
How you doing? Oh, speaking of which, Booms, there she is.
Hi, Gabby.
Hi,
There's
Gabby.
Gabby. All right, man, the chat is popping. Thank you guys. John, good
Hey, John.
evening. 80s is the best decade. We will agree to disagree there, Charles, but thank you for the super chat. And as you guys know, we got a super chat, so we want to sing a little bit.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
Thank you, Charles. We
Thanks,
appreciate
Charles.
you, man. Yes, I do want to say I seen this real quick. Spoilers. Obviously, Scream 6. People haven't seen it, guys. Do not.
Yeah.
Don't be a
No.
dick, please. Do not be an asshole about it. Hey, what's up, Nathan?
Hey, Nathan.
How you doing, buddy? I was just talking to Nathan a little bit ago, man. I always love our conversations, Nathan. Shaim, good
Hey,
evening.
Shaim.
Happy International Women's Day to everybody, and all the
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
feel like a jerk. All the ladies in the chat as well, not just my amazing panel mates, but all the ladies in the chat as well. Happy International Women's Day to all of you. We appreciate you guys for putting up with all our guys' bullshit.
It ain't easy.
Good. 18 years, I understand. Good evening, Katie. Speaking of
Katie.
amazing women, hello, Cecily.
Chris.
What's up, Patrick?
Hey,
Ryan,
Patrick.
nice to see you.
And Ryan.
Yeah.
God, it's an amazing group
Let's
of people here already.
poppin'.
Yeah.
Yes. Troy, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Troy.
I agree, Cess.
Aw, thanks, Seth.
I
So where
agree.
you go?
You should see her naked.
Okay.
I agree. Jake is awesome. You guys should check out Play Zombies. When I put up a thing, we unfortunately were supposed to be joined by Angel from Voices at the Mausoleum. You can't be a Voices at the Mausoleum when you don't have a voice. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
she is under the weather.
Aw.
That's why she couldn't be here tonight. I had a bunch of people hitting us up like, yo, did you guys get in a fight? No. Angel's a
No.
very good
Yeah,
friend of ours.
she just-
Aw.
Health first.
Yeah,
I told her,
absolutely.
there's always more lives, there's always more content. You take care of yourself, you get yourself healthy. Angel will be back for a future episode, I promise. No bad blood. I'm just happy that she told the truth. It was like, hey, I'm sick. Please understand and respect. Obviously, we did.
Yeah.
J-Dev,
Hey, Jada.
what's up, buddy? Oh, and just so you guys know, J-Dev will be on an upcoming live. That's a non-horror related live, ranking the Rocky franchise with me. So I'm very excited about that. Calvin, what's up? Just taking a shower and tuning in.
Hey, Calvin.
Pixar, it didn't happen, buddy. What's up, Patrick?
Hey, Patrick.
Okay, I'm not a creep. Calvin's been a good friend of mine for a very, very
I
long
mean, you're
time.
correct.
Hello.
I mean, I am a creep, but not this time. Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Peter.
You know Peter, right?
Yeah. What's up,
Peter.
Peter?
Thank you so much for the donation, buddy. And we just sang a little bit. which
Yeah.
we always love. But when we get a donation, we also get to eat dinner because that helps pay our bills. So let's see what we're having for dinner tonight.
His dinner's in the oven.
Okay, I know where it's at, Evil. I want to know what we're having. Guy never cooperates, man. Daniel, better late than never. Thank you.
You
Oh no,
made
Gabby,
it.
he's totally right. We totally tune in for you, Gabby. I'm just kidding, Boomer. I love you, buddy. Hey, speaking of sexy men,
Hey,
what's up, Jordan? All right, guys. Wow. So just so we don't keep everybody here, I'm not trying to skip anybody. But we do want to get into our discussion because we have a lot to talk about. So
Yes.
I'm going to start us off, and with each one, I do want to say real fast before we get rolling. Tatum has been a member of Sledgehammer Horror for 7 months now. Tatum, thank you so much. You're a great moderator. You're a great member of the community. I appreciate you very, very much.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you. I'm sorry, I'm a selfish dick.
You are.
So we're going to start with 1980, guys. And for each year, we have not only our favorite, but an honorable mention for each year as well. So for 1980, my honorable mention is Friday the 13th. Look, I love Friday the 13th. I love it. But there's one movie from 1980 that was able to top what Friday the 13th is for me. And that movie, here's Johnny, The Shining.
Why do you take my list? I'm out. Bye.
It's just that is something else I wanted to say, guys. As always, we don't know each other's list. I don't even know Ashley's list, but I think a lot of these may be similar, just because there are so many great movies in these years, and with this channel, I want to be completely honest and completely transparent. So I'm not gonna try to be like, oh, I'm gonna throw a curveball. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
The Shining's a movie that is just—it's so iconic. It's so influential. It spawned one of the best sequels of all time in Dr. Sleep. Jack Nicholson's role is just so superior to a lot of the other roles that he's even been in himself. I put this right up there with his Joker performance. How unhinged he is, but how loving he is when he's holding Danny at the beginning, or how crazy he is when he's just looking out that window and into the nothingness. Like, it's just, I love The Shining. I'm a huge fan. It's such a fantastic movie. Dick Halloran is a great character. Obviously, Shelley Duvall, absolutely breathtaking in that film. It's just a film that I've always been very passionate about. So as much as I love Friday the 13th, as much as I love seeing Kevin Bacon get high, get fucked, and get killed, I got to go with my boy Jack Torrance. I got to go with The Shining for me. What about you, babe?
So let's copy and paste, because that's exactly what mine is. My honorable mention is Friday the 13th. And although Jason isn't my favorite villain, he's not even in this one. So I mean, until the end.
Okay, I say he's in it.
But I do love Pamela Voorhees and like how unhinged she is. And so I think like leading up,
get her, mommy,
up to her, it's pretty boring. But after, you know, we see Pamela, like I just love her so much. I think she's amazing. And then what won it for me is The Shining. And like you said, they took this simple concept of a haunted hotel and they made it like this psychological horror. And it's an amazing movie. You can watch it how many years later? Like,
still holds up.
Yeah, still holds up. So, and Jack Nicholson, he was literally born for this role. Like, this is why he was brought into existence, was for this role, I swear. Like, he played it perfectly. Yeah. So, yeah. That's my list. Thank you.
So how about you, Jake? What is your honorable mention and number one from the amazing year of 1980?
All right, so I'm going to dork it up a little bit with visual aids, but my honorable mention is Alligator.
Okay.
I'd never seen it before. I got it because a friend of mine was talking about the 4K scan and how beautiful it was. So I watched it the other weekend, and it was great. It's kind of it's you almost start rooting for the alligator, and I really like horror movies where you start rooting for the unhinged animal.
Yeah.
So cool kills, cool alligator effects. I recommend, if you're looking for something. So that's my honorable mention. And then my favorite for 1980 is Without Warning.
Oh, that's a deep cut.
Yes, I just happened to I either saw it on Tubi or something and was like, "What the heck is that?"
Mhm.
Jack Palance is killing it in it. He plays like he's either a vet or a hunter, and he's helping out those teens that are in the woods. They got this alien's cool. He like throws these frisbee leeches and they stick to people's skin. And so in the movie, he's like cutting them off of people with his like hunting knife. And I recommend them. It's fun.
I'm going to be honest with you, Jake. Nothing about boomerang slugs sounds fun to me. Boomerang leeches don't sound fun to me at all.
No.
Don't knock it until you try it.
Yeah, true that. Great choices, man. You went definitely deep cuts. I very much respect that. I can see Boomer already salivating down there about this. So, but first, let's go to you, Amber. What are your honorable mention and number one?
You already did that. Twice, in fact. Yeah, my honorable mentions Friday the 13th, and then I got The Shining is number one. I don't have much more to add. Y'all hit that on the head.
Right. Fantastic.
Oh, nice.
What about you, Booms? What's your what's the 1980 look like for you?
All right, so I'm not going to go totally crazy with my honorable mention. My honorable mention is John Carpenter's The Fog. It's
all right.
Fantastic, that atmosphere. I mean, you can't go wrong with ghost sailors. It's so good. But there was one thing that topped it just a little bit, and that is William Lustig's Maniac. I adore Maniac, not only because we get a head explosion in this movie. It's just grimy. It's dirty. Just make you feel bad. And visceral films to come. Although I do have a couple more that may put that one to shame just a little bit, but it's phenomenal, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Maniac is a fantastic film. Nice. So, all right. So real quick, I'm gonna catch up on the chat. Dice says the same thing. Happy Women's Day to all ladies and femme-oriented individuals.
Yes,
very much so. I'm so excited, Calvin. We can't wait to see it with you.
I can't wait.
Cecily will be there as well. Oh,
yes.
She has seen you naked, so she does know.
This is true.
Yeah, we all grew up together.
Yeah.
We love you too, Gabby. Welcome, Dice. Oh, Dice is a member. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Very, very welcome, Tatum. Thank you for all you do.
Yeah.
Tatum the GOAT. Oh, look, Nathan had it too. 1980, he had Maniac as his number one, and Prom Night is his honorable mention.
That's a good one.
Nice.
Yeah. The Shining.
Some
Daniel.
years are harder than others to just lock down too. Like there was a couple of years I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Oh, The Changeling's a really good one too. That's a very good one.
Mm-hmm.
That damn ball. Hey, what's up, Louie?
Hey, Louie.
Nice to see you, buddy. Friday the 13th is a horror movie that impacted me the most. It destroyed me for life. Yeah. Dude, God. I could talk about that movie all day. The good and the bad and the ugly parts.
Yeah.
Hey, Steph.
Hey, Steph.
I agree. Like and subscribe. We love you too. All right, so we're going to go to 1981, and that'll be you, my love.
All right, so this was a year that was kind of hard for me also. But my honorable mention is American Werewolf in London. Yes, that is my honorable mention. Okay. I do adore this movie. However, it's like a horror love story. You know, you have David and Nurse Alice, and at the end you have this little glimpse of hope that she's going to bring him back out of, you know, being a werewolf, but it doesn't happen. Spoiler alert. And then my, American Werewolf in London. And then I have a lot of notes here. What did I choose? Oh, Halloween 2.
Oh,
I knew I was gonna get shit. But I mean, so it's like right after the first one, you get double the kills. The nurse's kill is really awesome, and you get more gore, and you can sit there and be, you know, all in your feelings. But
I'm all up in my feelings.
I know he hates that movie. He hates that movie, but
I fucking hate that movie. It's so goddamn boring.
It is not. It's got double the kills.
Cool. Yeah.
And
So it has 4.
Did you see the nurse's kill?
Yeah, 1 good kill. You have 2 good kills in that movie. You have the hot tub, you have the nurse, and then you have fucking Jamie Lee Curtis laying in a hospital bed for 2 hours.
Yes.
Where's my brother?
With a really awesome looking wig on. Okay.
Yeah, fuck that movie. That movie sucks.
That movie's a good movie.
That movie sucks.
And it was my number 1 choice
And now I hate
for
it even
81.
more. How about you, Jake? What 1981 look like for you, brother?
Wow. Well, I wanted to get off on a good foot with you, Ken, but I was
let
gonna
it
go
out,
with,
Jake.
I was gonna go with Halloween 2 as well.
Yeah, look at that, Ken.
I just really like Donald Pleasance. You know, he just, if he's in it, he wins me over.
Yes.
I'm not going to dwell on this one though. And then I'm going to give an honorable mention to my friend Diane Franklin with the Amityville the Possession.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice choice.
Nice.
So how about you, Amber? What's your 1981 look like?
All right, it's not Halloween. Okay. So I'm going to go with my honorable mention first, and I'm going to do My Bloody Valentine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good
It's
one.
a great one.
Mm-hmm.
No, who doesn't love people getting killed in the mines, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That,
Mr. Warden.
that one kill in, is it the dryer?
Yes. Yes.
I love that one.
Yeah.
I love it. And I love that they kept it in the newer version too. They kept that kill in there.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
Yeah.
But my number 1 is The Evil Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't fucking love Ash?
Yeah.
Right.
But
I had
let's
to
be
go with
fair.
Evil.
Hold on. Let's be fair. Ash in the OG Evil Dead is kind
He's
of a little
kind
bitch.
of a wing. Yeah, he's kind of a
Well,
wiener
yeah.
for sure.
You know what? Is I always joke around and say that Ash is my favorite final girl.
In the first one, he definitely is.
He is, yeah.
But we'll talk about Evil Dead again here in a little bit. But first, Boomer, let's go to you. What's 1981 look like for you, brother? Uh-oh. Boomer, did we lose you?
I think he froze.
Or you're doing very good at your mime impression, buddy. All right, Boomer, we're going to come back to you when you come back to us. My 1981, my honorable mention is The Evil Dead. Even though it is, like I said, it's my least favorite in that franchise.
Honorable mention is the.
Oh, do we got you, Boomer?
Maybe.
I don't think we got you still. Damn it. Yeah, my honorable mention for 81 is absolutely Evil Dead. With Ash, even like I said, even though this is my least favorite in the franchise, I still love the first Evil Dead movie. It's fantastic. When we're talking about our number 1 for 1981, my absolute favorite movie of that year, everybody knew what this was going to be.
Can I have a piece of toast?
Yes, you may, Jack. American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
This movie is just so good. Like, it's so amazing. It's just one of those movies that I've, since the beginning of time, it just meant so much to me. It's a love story. It's a horror movie. It's a comedy. It's got the best werewolf transformation of all time, in my opinion.
It really does.
There's just so much I love about that movie. So, Boomer, I think you're back with us now, man. Could you give us your 1981?
Okay. Just this show. I don't know what it is. So
it's always me, man.
Yeah, it's your fault, Ken. It's your fault. Honorable mention is The Howling, my second favorite werewolf movie of all time. And my number 1 for that year is Lucio Fulci's The Beyond. Just so crazy. It's beautiful. It's insane. That there's a guy that gets his face eaten by spiders in this movie. It's phenomenal. You've got to see it if you've never seen this movie.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, so I'm definitely down to check it out. Before we get to 1982, I do want to catch up on the chat real quick. Louis says 1980, The Shining and Prom Night, both very good choices. Daniel, 1981, Evil Dead, almost chose Halloween 2. Don't do that shit to me.
It's okay, Daniel.
The Burning, honorable mention, Happy Birthday to Me. Oh yeah, I know how much you love that movie, Nathan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gabby, don't encourage her.
Thank you, Gabby.
Nathan.
Thank you.
What the fuck are we doing here, man? Yeah, we all love Ashley. Yeah.
I love you too.
Halloween 2, The Howling, My Bloody Valentine. Halloween 2 is better than... Oh, you mother... It is not. Jason Goes to Hell completely trumps Halloween 2 in every way imaginable. I just want to say that. At least it's not boring. Yes, American Werewolf in London. Yes, best practical effects. Yes, I agree.
It really does, yeah.
Fade to Black, The Monster Club, and The Evil Dead. Yeah, Evil Dead. I knew there was going to be a lot of Evil Dead love for that one. I know 81 was hard. 81 was very, very hard.
Yeah.
What is this? Friday the 13th Part 2. Yeah, again, I wanted to put it on there, but I just Evil Dead and American Werewolf trump Friday 2 to me. Amber, I feel like who doesn't love Ash Day, man? I mean, yes, check that out. Dice is cosplayed as Ash, and Dice completely fucking crushed it.
Hell yeah.
I love Dice when they cosplay. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. We missed you too. Spiders, I can't believe Booms didn't make me watch. I pop in and you disrespect Evil Dead. Well, I'm not disrespecting it. I love that movie. I do.
Ashley, please do something. I'll get him later.
Yeah, Christian's gonna whoop my ass too. The Howling, another banger. No, I genuinely do. I really, really love Evil Dead. I really do. It's just my least favorite of the franchise. But that's, again, you got to have a least favorite of everything. I also have a least favorite song on And Justice for All, even though I love the whole album. So we will go to 1982, which is the hardest year to pick from. And that will be Jake starting us off.
All right. So I do have to do a retraction. Amityville 2 did not come out until 82. So I was wrong on that last one. So that'll be my honorable mention for 82, and then I have to go with The Thing. You know, I wanted to do a deep cut, but it's just the best.
That can't argue. Can't argue. One of the best remakes of all time. What about you, Amber? What's your 1982 look like?
Okay, so y'all are gonna be like, the fuck? But had to throw you a curveball. Honorable mention: Season of the Witch, Halloween 3.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people like that movie, but you know what?
Love it.
I fucking do.
Me
too. There's that. And my number one is Poltergeist because they're here.
Yep.
Yep. The creepy lady, man. Her voice. That's terrifying. Yes.
I love her.
Let Caroline go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah, love those choices. So how about you, Booms? What's 1982 looking like for you? Oh boy.
Hit the mute button. Buddy. There we go. Hit the mute.
Yes,
1982.
Thank God.
So my honorable mention is Dario Argento's best film, in my opinion, and that's Tenebrae. I love that film. It's just so dark, and it's his just middle finger to the critics. And then also my number one film for that year is Pieces. You don't have to go to Texas to get a Chainsaw Massacre. It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
One of the best taglines to any movie ever. You don't have to go to Texas to have a Chainsaw Massacre. Dude, I love it.
So badass.
Great choice, man. That movie has one of the craziest openings to any movie ever.
Oh, yeah. What happened to Mama?
But like I said, 1982 was very hard for me. There was a lot of movies that I wanted to put on this. Halloween 3, I wanted on here. Friday the 13th, Part 3. The Thing, Basket Case, Pieces. These are all movies that I wanted to make the list, but they just didn't. My honorable mention is Poltergeist. In my opinion, still one of the best PG horror movies of all time. And my favorite movie from 1982, because I can hold my breath
I knew
for a long time. Creep Show. Oh my God, Creep Show. That movie, man. Like, if you want to learn how to make a horror anthology the right way, look no further than Creep Show. It's scary. It's got great funny moments when he fucking shoots her, and everybody's just like in his imagination when they're doing the crate. Like, and then you got the bugs in the last segment.
Yeah.
Obviously, how many times in our relationship have I just for no reason screamed I can hold my breath for a long time?
A lot.
Like that shit just like so much as a kid. That's one of my favorite scenes of any movie ever. So if I didn't put Creepshow number one, and like I said, it was so hard to leave off like The Thing, Halloween 3, 1982 was like 2022 for horror movies. Like all the amazing horror movies we got last year, that's what 1982 was like. So a hard year to pick from, but I absolutely love those two movies. But what about you, my love? What's 1982 look like for you?
So my honorable mention is The Thing. I think this movie is so amazing. And like when they're doing the blood test, that jump scare made me about poop my pants. Like that, it gets me every time, even like rewatching it and I know it's coming, I still jump. I just love The Thing. It's an amazing remake. And then what won for me is Poltergeist. I have loved this movie since I was a child, and I love the family dynamics. Like it just feels so real, like the husband and the wife. And even though the kids, the little boy, he looks like he's smiling all the time. I think he's still young, like, so they did their best. And Caroline, she's so cute. And like you said, they're here. Like, I love that. And it's something that we rewatch a lot. Like even the franchise itself, because it's such a good franchise. So. Oh,
we're not done talking about that franchise yet.
Oh, I know. I think I have another one here.
We're going to talk about that franchise again. So, but before we do, let's catch up on the chat real quick. 1982, The Thing. Yeah, yes. I know it's so hard to not put that on. I knew that was going to be yours, Nathan. The minute I said 1982, I was like, Nathan's going to pick The Thing. It's one of his favorite movies of all time. Halloween 3, Friday 13th 3, The Thing, Poltergeist, Basket Case. I told you, 82 was hard, man.
There was one that I didn't want to leave off was Slumber Party Massacre. Like that's a good one. Yeah.
We have our verses coming up on that.
We do.
On Slumber Party Massacre original versus the recent remake, which people may be shocked at what we say about the remake. I will say that. Honorable mention, Poltergeist, Halloween 3, Creepshow, and The Thing wins.
Nice.
Tenebrae was an honorable mention, and Amity 2, The Possession. I knew that, Calvin.
Yeah.
Creepshow is one that my parents introduced me to, as well as Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Nice.
Hey, $3 too. Thank you, Tatum.
Thanks,
and happy
Tatum.
National Women's Day to everybody here, not just on the beautiful panel, but in the chat as well.
Yes, thank you, Tatum.
And, sometimes when you get a donation, you want to go and get some fried gold.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Well, God, that movie's perfect. I'm here. I'm moving, so it looks like Jason Goes to Hell. Rotten Tree. Stop.
You're never gonna.
You know what? I'm gonna announce it. Okay, I'm starting to do. I wasn't gonna announce it. I'm starting a new segment on Sledgehammer Horror called In Defense. I swear.
You're not.
Hold on. Ashley's gonna read this while I'm doing this. So I'm starting a new segment called In Defense Of, where I bring on old guests that have been on my first horror movie to talk about movies that they love that get extremely underrated scores. And my first guest is going to be a person that's a huge influence of mine that's become a very close friend, Josh Eppard, the drummer from Coheed and Cambria. And we're going to be talking about one of our favorite movies, Jason Goes to Hell. So we'll be recording that episode soon, and we'll be doing that episode. So obviously, Boomer, obviously, Amber, you guys have been guests on my first horror movie. I would love to bring you guys back for In Defense Of. So be ready for that, guys. Am I lying, Ashley? Am I lying, or did this conversation happen?
Yeah.
So me and Josh, we are alone in our love for Jason Goes to Hell, but I can't wait for you guys to see why we defend this movie the way that we do. All right, guys. So we love you too, Cess. Very, very much.
You too, yes.
We're going to see Scream 6 with Cecily and our boy Calvin right here.
Yeah.
We're all going to see Scream 6 together. Her husband, Jordan. We're very, very excited for all that.
And a bunch of teenagers.
Yeah, a bunch of kids. This could be cool. I mentioned this before. My parents share the same name as the Freeling parents.
Nice.
Did they ever get high in bed while you were watching? I'm just wondering. Jeanette. Hey, better late than never.
Hey, Jeanette.
Yeah. In defense of, oh yes, Dice, you're coming back on. All right, guys. So we are up to 1983, and that will be Amber starting us off.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with honorable mention Cujo. You know, fucking evil dog.
Right.
And then number one's gonna be Christine because that's a classic ass movie. Who doesn't like Christine? Like,
right. I wasn't a big fan of the new remake they did, Halloween Ends. I wasn't a
No.
big fan of that. You know, I think Christine should say Christine. You shouldn't do Halloween Ends, Christine. So Ashley's like, shut the fuck up. No, Christine, that's a movie that is extremely underrated in the Stephen King world, especially.
It sure is.
Hey, do you know where the beginning of that movie was filmed at?
Where?
Detroit.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Just throwing that out there. Sorry. All right. Thank you so much, Amber. What about you, Boomer? What's 1983 look like for you?
All right,
Did we lose you again, or are you
1983
muted?
is honorable mention. All right, can you?
Yeah, we got you.
All right. Okay. Honorable mention is The Dead Zone with Christopher Walken. The ice is gonna break. That's a terrible Christopher Walken impression. And then my favorite from that year is Sleepaway Camp. Of course, I had to choose something that's just so ridiculous, but it's so fun and it's endlessly quotable. It's, you know, and I watched that when I was younger, and I was just, of course, like everybody else who didn't get it spoiled from them, was just like, it was such a good time.
No, I love that movie. My honorable mention is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated sequels of all time, which would be Psycho 2. I think Psycho 2 is a fantastic movie, and it falls into that category of kind of like The Exorcist 3, where the first one was just so damn good that people didn't give Psycho 2 the chance it deserved. And if you haven't seen Psycho 2, I cannot recommend it enough. It is a fantastic film. And my number one, you either got to eat shit and die or eat shit and live, Bill. Sleepaway Camp. I mean, it's just, it's the perfect camp slasher. And I love Friday the 13th, but I think Sleepaway Camp is, for me, the prototypical camper slasher. Yeah, not you, Meg. You know, there's just so many amazing things about Sleepaway Camp. The practical effects are great. I'm a big fan of Sleepaway Camp. And I've said this 1,000 times, so if people that have heard this before, I'm sorry to hear me repeating myself, but the worst thing about Sleepaway Camp is the ending. And I don't mean that in any type of disrespect to the ending of the film. It's just the ending is so goddamn awesome that people forget how great the rest of the movie is. Whenever people talk about Sleepaway Camp, they talk about the ending, and the ending is insane. Like, it is so good, and it's so scary. The face, you know, it's scary, and the wiener, like, it's all terrifying stuff. But
the wiener,
the rest of the movie is so good. Like, it is so good. So yeah, for me, honorable mention is Psycho 2. My winner, Sleepaway Camp. What about you, my love?
My honorable mention is Christine. I love how creative the story is, and you kind of don't know where it's gonna go. And there's a lot of high anxiety points in this movie. And then Sleepaway Camp is what won it for me. I really think that this film is ahead of its time. And like you said, that ending, like if you go in and you see that blindly, like you did not expect that at all. And it's just, it reminds me of being a kid, like when you watch it and like,
oh, so the ending reminds you of being a kid?
Yeah.
You got a lot to explain to me.
When I showed you my wiener when I was a kid.
That was weird.
Anyway, I'm stupid. Like, just like being a kid at camp, and you know, you have the mean girls and you have the jocks, and it's just it's a fun movie.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I completely love that movie, so I'm not going to argue with you at all. What about you, Jake? What's 1982 look like? 83 look like for you?
Well, I'm glad I'm in good company. My honorable mention, Sleepaway Camp.
Nice.
I don't know how you like, especially once you meet Felissa Rose. I don't know how you don't really like it because gosh, she's just the nicest sweetheart of a person
The
ever.
best. The best.
So yeah, that's my honorable mention. Love that. And then my overall pick, got to go with Cujo. Man, I love Dee Wallace in it. And what's cool about Cujo too is the directing's like so good and the tension's so good. It feels like Spielberg when he did Duel, but it's not Spielberg. And I'm sorry, I forget the director's name, but yeah, I really enjoy Cujo.
Fantastic pick. All right, guys, we are going to catch up on the chat real quick. 1983, I knew it was coming. My birth year, eat shit, and it's amazing. One of the best lines. Ooh, Michael Jackson's Thriller. Great choice. Got some love for Psycho 2. Love it. Nathan, Psycho 2 had, God, there's a lot of people that thank you. Yes. Yeah, Josh is totally on. He's in the appreciation group. And trust me, that video will be coming soon. I'm very excited to work with him again. He's a great guy. You could say, oh, stop it. Red Wings have smacked that ass.
Aren't they like the least? Like they suck this year and every year for the last like 14 years. But...
Ash, you're hurting my feelings. Sleepaway Camp. God, a lot of love for Sleepaway Camp. I'm loving it. Shaim's coming in with some Michael Jackson Thriller.
Love that.
Yeah, love that. Absolutely love that choice.
Scared that music video scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Yeah. And there's Boomer. He's back. All right, guys. So we are up to 1984, and that'll be Boomer starting us off. Maybe. Can you hear us, Boom? All right. So
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can now. All right, you want to give us your 1984, brother?
All right, is it working?
Yep.
Sort of.
Let's just get it out of the way before the sacrifice for the internet gods wears off. So,
the sacrifice officially wore off, Booms.
Gotta murder something else now.
I know.
Yeah.
Love that. Just vicious. Just
sounds
Jason,
like a remix.
The kills are
Jason.
Yeah. Booms, I can't hear you at all, man. You're completely out again.
Oh.
Still with me, brother?
Darn internet.
Boomer, while we're waiting for you to come back, 1984 for me was. Oh, I heard you for a second.
Stay right there in that position.
Yeah, don't move.
Okay, you guys look.
We look good.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Children of the Corn, Friday the 13th, Part 4. Send it.
All right.
Like
it.
See, and this was another year. Like you said, it was hard because, you had Gremlins, you have Friday the 13th, Part 4, you have Children of the Corn, the original Firestarter, Ghostbusters. Yes, that is a fucking horror movie. But for me, I'm going to go with my honorable mention of one of my favorite slashers of all time, The Terminator. Like he wears a mask to cover his face. He kills every Sarah Connor in the phone book. It's a total slasher film.
He tries to.
Yeah, well, he misses one.
He does.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Terminator as my honorable mention, and my number one, Nightmare on Elm Street. I love this fucking movie. It's brilliant, low budget. Their budget was so low for this movie. Robert Englund has 7 minutes of screen time because they couldn't afford to keep applying his makeup. That's why you don't see Freddy in a lot of the kills. You don't see him in Johnny Depp's waterbed kill. You don't see him in Rod's getting hanged kill. You don't see him in Tina going up the wall. Like, you never see him actually kill anybody in this film because they didn't have the budget to keep recreating the makeup and keep bringing him back to set. So, and that worked out. It shows how scary it is because you never see the killer doing what he does. So, absolutely love Nightmare on Elm Street, with the exception of the dumb fucking Freddy car and the stupid blow up doll mom. Like, I fucking hate that shit. But 1984, honorable mention Terminator. My winner is Nightmare on Elm Street. What about you, my love?
Honorable mention for me is Gremlins. I mean, I love this movie so much. It's like an 80s icon, I swear. You have Gizmo, he's so cute, but in like almost an unsettling way. And it's a fun movie. You have to watch it. We watch it every holiday. Yeah. He's, don't feed him after midnight. Don't get him wet. Like, you have your rules. And then what won it for me is A Nightmare on Elm Street. You have to, it's Freddy, like his personality. And like you said, he's not even in it that much, but that you don't need him to be because.
Hey, Tina, watch this.
Yeah.
Like
his personality is so big that you don't need him to be in, in the entire time.
I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
The practical effects, amazing. I love the practical effects in it. So.
Yeah.
And the Tina kill where she's being pulled up the wall, my favorite. So, yeah.
Fantastic film. So, what about you, Jake? What's 1984 look like for you?
Honorable mention, I got to go with Ninja 3, The Domination.
Ooh.
All right.
You got a badass chick possessed by an evil ninja. I mean, I don't know if I need to say more, but the lighting in it and the action, very cool. I'm glad that Shout Factory put that bad boy on Blu-ray. And then my number one pick, Night of the Comet.
Ooh.
That was another rabbit hole Tubi find where it was like I was watching it really late at night and I was like, this music's awesome. I think these two sisters are awesome. You got like the cool girl who plays video games, kind of rebel, and then you got her sister who's a cheerleader. And I think a lot of people who are close with their siblings, I think it'll touch on their heartstrings a little bit. Anyway, so that's my two picks.
Nice.
Fantastic. How about you, Amber? What's 1984 look like for you?
Apparently, Ashley and I are the same person because.
Heck yeah.
Ta-da. So, Big Gremlins is my honorable mention because I love that movie, as does Ashley. I've always wanted Gizmo as a pet because he's so freaking cute.
He is
so cute. And, of course, A Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm a huge Johnny Depp fan. I don't know where you would figure that out. I mean, I don't have him tattooed on my arm or anything. But, yeah. When he gets sucked into the bed and spit out on the ceiling.
Yeah.
I'm here for that shit.
Funny enough, that was the second worst thing to ever happen to Johnny Depp in a bed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Poor Johnny.
Amber Heard.
All right, guys, we will catch up on the chat real quick. A Nightmare on Elm Street, honorable mention, The Company of Wolves, Children of the Corn, and Firestarter.
Yeah.
Ooh, some more Company of the Wolves love. And I know. I knew it was Gremlins, Dice. I knew that one. Boomer was making some killer beats there. Boomer's always making them killer beats. Dog Lover says Gremlins. Another way to support the channel is hit that like button. And if you want to become a member, awesome. That would be fantastic. We would love it. If not, we still love you anyway. 1983, Sleepaway Camp and A Blade in the Dark. Ooh, Blade in the Dark. I haven't seen that one in a minute. I agree, buddy. What a piece of shit. I hate the ending of A Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Zach Gilligan is a dick. Ruined Gremlins. Oh, that sucks, man. I've heard that before, though. That's not the first time I've heard that, and that's a bummer. 1984, Nightmare on Elm Street. I was born in 1985. Ooh, well, now we're up to your year, and it's me starting us off. So, my honorable mention is those goddamn enchiladas. Friday the 13th, Part 5. Look, same thing. I feel with this movie the same way I feel about Nightmare on Elm Street. check out the last 10 minutes of this movie, and it's fucking fantastic. I'm not a big fan of the Roy Burns reveal, but don't tell me it's not a fucking Jason movie, okay? Like, it's I'm looking at everybody. I want you to hear what I'm saying. It is Jason the whole movie. I don't care about the stupid reveal yet. It's fucking Jason, man. So remember that next time you watch it.
It's Roy Burns.
Fuck. You're back there. I'm up here. It's Jason.
I don't care.
Okay. And then obviously 1985. We're going to hear from another one of our buddies again. He wanted to pop in and let you guys know what my number 5 was, or my number 1 for 1985 was.
Here's dinners in the oven.
You're so cool, Brewster.
I love Ed.
For sure, man.
He's amazing.
And then, like, again, I am a total, like, the epitome of a straight guy, but Jerry Dandridge in this movie, he could dance with me, invisible in a nightclub, any fucking time.
Would you just sink into his eyes too?
Oh, I totally would.
Yeah, and let him bite.
Oh, he'd bite the shit out of me. I wouldn't even give a shit. I'd be like,
yeah,
like, he's sexy in this movie.
He is.
Like, he is fucking sexy. But I will say he doesn't know how to eat a fucking apple. He ate that whole core on that apple before he threw it.
If you have fangs, like, it's easier.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, that was a bit ridiculous. That was a bit over the fucking top there, Mr. Dandridge.
He had to show those teeth.
So yeah, honorable mention Friday 5, my favorite Fright Night. What about you, my love?
My honorable mention is A Nightmare on Elm Street 2. And I don't know why people give this movie so much hate. Like, I like this movie. And Jesse, like, he's the scream queen. And I don't know, maybe the subtext of it wasn't perceived well back in the 80s. But that says more about the people. I know.
Every single 80s horror movie.
A lot of people don't like this movie. And I think it's, besides this movie, Freddy he's pretty serious in this one.
Terrifying. Yeah. And Freddy has a massacre at the pool. You're all my children.
This is the only movie that he's not like one-on-one kill. He has all of these kills. And I guess maybe it's because he kills you in your dreams, and this one he's like in the real world because he like becomes Jesse. I don't know why people don't like it, but I enjoy it. So and then
I just want to say the big problem is every single horror movie in the 1980s had a bunch of tits in it. If you can't handle one 80s movie that has a bunch of dude ass, that says a lot more about you than it does the people that made the film.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and the coach kill. I love
in the shower?
Where he's getting like whipped with the towels. I love that.
Yeah.
And then Fright Night, it won it for me for that year. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to that.
How do we do this? Slap your hands.
How do you do that?
You like stroked out. You were like,
I know. I forgot what I was doing, like mid high five.
You look like a fucking velociraptor.
For those of you watching, rewind it.
I have short
45 seconds to just watch her.
You gotta come to me. I got a little luck. Okay. Anyways, this movie is a lightning in a bottle. I love Fright Night, and like you said, Jerry, Chris Anderson.
Yeah.
He just does such a great job. And Ed, he's probably my favorite character just because he's so over the top, and
and you also have, great lines from Dandridge. You know, you have to have faith for that to work. Mm-hmm. Yeah, fantastic fucking movie. So
absolutely.
I think we all did our no, we were just starting. No, that's it.
You started.
Yeah, I started. You did yours. So now we're up to Jake, 1985.
85. Yes. Gotta go with my honorable mention. This was freaking hard though. This is freaking hard. But gotta go with House. Honorable mention. Love House. So many cool practical effects. And then for my official pick, gotta go with Day of the Dead. Freaking love this movie. Love Bub. Love the speech that gosh, I forget the name of his character, but the speech about life in it. And that's it. Those are my two.
Nice.
Fantastic. So how about you, Amber?
All right, my honorable mention was Day of the Dead. Of course, who doesn't love that movie? And as with we got Ken and Ashley, I had to go with Fright Night. Like, I feel like that's going to be across the board here somewhere. It's such a great movie. If you haven't seen it, like, I don't know what's wrong with you.
It's a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
And you know what? The remake is not all that bad.
It's not.
I mean, like, look, it's not as good as the original.
And they could never replace Ed. Like,
That's
I
the
feel
big
like
thing.
that's
Even though you did McLovin.
Yeah, which he did his best.
He had funny moments.
Yeah.
There were a couple parts where I audibly laughed out loud at McLovin, but we didn't get enough evil Ed like of him. We got a lot of vampire him, but not enough of the evil Ed character. Like that's the big thing about evil in the original. Like there's moments where you genuinely feel sad for him. Like when he lets Jerry Dandridge take him, you feel sad for him.
Like
he's like, they're not going to pick on you anymore, Ed. Like, it's devastating. So, but yeah, both are fucking fantastic. So, what about you, Boomer? What's 1985 look like for you?
All right, 1985 for me. Honorable mention is Day of the Dead, and my number one is Demons. It's just such a bonkers movie. It's a good time. Has some insane lines, and I mean, the ending has a katana motorcycle kill montage. It's amazing.
Yeah,
nice,
fantastic. So, we are going to catch up on the chat real quick. Troy, thank you so much. The first time Evil Jason died, and he may have gone to hell at this point, still found a way to work into the list. Well, we appreciate the donation, my friend. And you know, when you guys do super chats and you give us money, it helps us to handle shit. And we learned how to handle shit.
I'm TS motherfucking A. We handle shit.
Yes, we do. So thank you guys so much. It really means
you.
a lot when you do that. Where'd you go? Yeah, I've heard that a lot. I've heard he is not very good, but you know, we all have our days. 1986 Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I would have put that on my list, but you know, me and Caroline Williams.
Oh my gosh.
Ken gets the last thing you see before you die is Ken getting in the camera. If that's it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry your life has gone the way it has. If that's it. 1985 Return of the Living Dead. Honorable mentions Reanimator, House, Fright Night, and Day of the Dead. 1985 Fright Night, Silver Bullet, House, but the winner's Return of the Living Dead. Listen. Jerry Dandridge moves in next door. I'm in the front door offering to carry furniture to the fucking house. Yeah, you're not even lying.
For real.
You're so cool, Brewster.
Love it.
Wow, Ken, House isn't your favorite from 85? It is not my favorite from 85. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Man, no, you guys are all awesome. The chat is popping. I wish I could stay up on everybody, guys. You guys are all doing fantastic. Thank you. April Fool's Day, Slaughter High from 1986. So 1986, we are starting with My Love, Ash.
Okay, so honorable mention, April Fool's Day. Again, I remember watching this as I was probably like 10, and I watched it with my best friend Cecily that was on the chat, and I just remember like how surprised I was at the ending. Like you go through this whole entire movie and then you get the ending that you get, and I was very surprised at it. And it's a fun movie. And then what won it for me is The Fly. I'm seriously, I'm obsessed with The Fly. Yeah. It's so grotesque, but in a way, like you can't look away from it. Like when he's turning into this monster, it's just amazing. And it's a love story. And Seth Goldblum, I love him. I think he's so hot. What are you doing?
I'm mad at you.
Okay, come give me your list.
He's turning into the Fly.
I think he is over there. He's spitting on his food right now, I think. So yeah, The Fly won it for me for 86.
All right, Jake's turn.
It's Jake's turn.
I think you're muted, buddy.
Whoops.
Oh.
Sorry about
There
that.
you are.
So let me make sure, because I think I messed up on the last one there. Well, I don't know. All right, we'll just go with it. So I have Aliens for 86. Hopefully that's correct. And then one of the best overall movies of all time. You got Sigourney Weaver back as Ripley, awesome practical effects. awesome action. And then for my honorable mention, I have Terror Vision. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
So those are my two.
Awesome.
Great choices. What about you, Amber? What's your choices for 1986?
So this was kind of hard. So, like, my honorable mention, can I have two?
Yeah.
You can. Yeah.
Ooh. Because I totally picked The Fly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you love it, Ken. And Friday the 13th, Jason Lives for my honorable mention. But I had to go with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 for my number one.
Nice.
I love me some Leatherface.
Yeah.
I would have had it on my list, but with everything that happened with me and
just
Caroline
said
Williams.
You weren't going to mention that again.
Yes, me and Caroline Williams had beef. No, I'm not going to bring it up.
You've already brought it up like
you
three
just
times.
did, like twice.
Yep.
Yeah.
3 times.
And he already
I
said
just want her to know I'm never going to forget that, Caroline.
She's watching this right now.
If
like,
she is,
oh.
I'm never going to forget it.
She
I
is.
love watching you die in Lep 3, damn it. So 1986 for me, my honorable mention is The Fly. And now a lot of you are going to say, Ken, you just screamed, what the fuck, when Ashley said The Fly. Why did you do that?
Because I didn't say how.
Because my number one, my favorite movie from 1986, and my favorite movie of all time, because a very common misconception is that House is 1985. House is not 1985. House, it was released February 28th, 1986, the year of my birth. But everywhere online says 1985. It is not. House was released February 28th, 1986. I promise. Look it up. My favorite movie of all time, my first horror movie, my everything, Roger Cobb. Like you said a little bit ago, Jake, the practical effects are fucking dynamite. The story's great. The fact that Ashley doesn't have House on her 1986 list disgusts me.
Yeah.
I thought I knew you. I thought everything I know
You
for the
clearly
last
don't know
everything
me. I
I've
don't
known.
like that movie that much.
Hold on, you don't have House for 1986, but you got fucking Halloween 2.
I do.
On your what
I
the
do.
fuck?
How did-
Go.
No.
This is grounds for divorce.
Yeah.
Actually, you want me to get? You could sign the papers now.
I've already got it. I've already got it lined up.
Pull that up.
Um,
I knew this was gonna happen today.
House, man, it's just it's perfect. I love that movie. Like I said, the story of Roger Cobb losing his son, losing his wife, flashbacks to Vietnam, all the things he went through, going back to the house where Aunt Elizabeth was. It's just, oh my god, it's the perfect movie, man. It's a love story. It's a horror movie. There's a lot of action in that movie. It's a movie about loss. It's a movie about longing. It's a movie about love. Genuine scary moments in it. I love that movie so much. So my number one from 1986 is House. And again, depending on where you look at it, it could be 1985 because everywhere I've seen online says House 1985. But I'm telling you, the movie was released February 28th, 1986. I promise. I promise you on everything. I promise you on my right fucking arm. That movie was released February 28th, 1986. So, yeah, Boomer, I love you wherever you are, buddy, out there in the world. We'll miss you.
Poor Boomer.
Yeah. Before we get to 87, though, I do want to catch up on the chat. Chris Sarandon in Child's Play and Fright Night. Yeah. Anything. I also like him in The Princess Bride.
He's even in the remake.
He is in the Fright Night remake.
A cameo.
He has a cameo
Yeah.
in the Fright Night remake. And me and Ashley we looked like Leonardo DiCaprio. We were like, oh.
We were.
Sarandon. Oh, she remembers that.
Yeah, we watched it at your house.
Yeah. What movie was it?
April Fool's Day.
Oh, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors, and Predator for 1987. Jason Lives in Alien. It finally died. I'm so sorry, guys. My computer is done. Buddy, I love you.
Man, that sucks.
You'll be back. I promise. Jeanette says 1985, Return of the Living Dead and Silver Bullet.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's showing all their love for Boomer. Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives, which was a hard one for me to keep off. That's my favorite Friday the 13th movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that was a hard one for me to keep off. From Beyond and Trick or Treat, not Trick or Treat, Trick or Treat. 86, The Fly, honorable mentions, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Friday the 13th, 6, and Aliens. I would have put Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 on my list, but because of my beef.
Yeah.
Yes. House. Love it. My phone is being slow, so I'll post my list after 1986. Slaughter High and Jason Lives. Yes, I love House. No, hey, I don't think it says 3 months, Tatum, but this is definitely your 7 month, and we appreciate you being here for that long.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, we appreciate you so much. Don't ever apologize. You don't ever have to give money on these, Tatum. Don't even worry about that. You do not ever have to do that. Aliens came out in 86. I love this movie. Quit your grinning and drop your linen. What happened with Zach? We've heard a couple different stories about how Zach just didn't treat people right. Very, very closed off, reserved, just a downright ass to people that have tried to talk to him. And it's unfortunate. But again, me personally, I've never had this experience with him, but I know a lot of people who have had the same experience. So I can't say anything personally, but yeah, that's just what I've heard. No love for Maximum Overdrive.
I heard that, but I love Maximum Overdrive, but
watch it again.
It's still fun. Okay, it might not hold up as much, but it's still fun.
I do get to see Stephen King say, "This machine just called me an asshole."
Yeah,
I do love that.
It's still fun.
Yeah, I do like it. It's a fun movie. But damn, they were all on fucking coke that whole movie. Thank you for doing that. Podcast in the Woods. I appreciate that so much. I enjoyed Maximum Overdrive, Badass Truck, Killer Coke Machine. Yeah, great. It's a fun movie. All right, and Zach might have been drunk. Very possible. Also a very big possibility. Like I said, none of this happened to me personally, so I don't know. So we are now up to 1987, and that'll be Jake starting us off.
Oh yeah, I do want to apologize for the house mistake. That is, you're dead on. Even the back of the box says 86. So
yeah,
but everywhere you look online says House 1985, and I don't know where that comes from. Like
maybe it was supposed to be released in 85,
and it got pushed
back or something.
Possibly,
you never know.
But yeah, it bums me out because a lot of people are like, "Man, House 1985," and I'm like, "86." It's my favorite movie of all time, man. It's my first horror movie. Like, I better know this shit. But I don't blame anybody for saying 85 because everywhere it says 85. So don't even apologize, man.
All right. Well, appreciate that. And honorable mention, got to go with Monster Squad. Wolfman Has Nards.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, it's how does a movie put every single, classic monster in it and still be so entertaining? Yet that would be such a hard task, yet they do it. And then got to go for my number one, The Lost Boys, Reading Maggots, Michael.
Yes.
It's just a style, man. It just uses style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Could not agree more. Awesome. Like I said, those are great choices, and we may talk about one of them here again in a second, but we got to get to Amber first. What's it looking like for you, Amber?
Well, guess what? I have the exact same list as Jake.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we're twinning. I freaking love Monster Squad. My kids love that movie. It's a great freaking movie. And The Lost Boys, best vampire movie ever.
Mm-hmm.
So,
absolutely,
gotta agree.
Nice.
I do want to say that 1987 was the year of the gateway horror movies, because not only did you have Monster Squad, which I feel is like a really good gateway for kids to get into horror, you also had The Gate, which is a really big gateway film for kids to get into horror. You also had movies like The Dream Warriors, one of the best Nightmare on Elm Street films.
Yeah.
The Lost Boys, like you guys said, Demons to some, Angels to others. Hellraiser came out in 87.
Mm-hmm.
None of those are on my list, though. For me, 1987 is the year of the sequel. And my honorable mention is my second favorite horror anthology movie of all time, Creepshow 2.
Yeah.
And my winner for 1987, Evil Dead 2. Of course it's Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2 is my favorite in the horror franchise. Of the whole Evil Dead franchise, Evil Dead 2 is my favorite. Could possibly be one of my favorite sequels of all time. Ashley and I have written an Evil Dead 2 fan film that takes place exactly 30 years after the events of Evil Dead 2, if Ash had never come back from the past. We've never seen Professor Noby's body. What if Professor Noby isn't dead? What if Professor Noby had more kids? What would happen to them in the future? What if, just like in the Necronomicon, what if there are different volumes of the Necronomicon?
Oh, there has to be.
And a different volume was released or unearthed, I should say. Someday Ash and I will get the money and we will actually put that to film. But we have a whole Evil Dead 2 fan film written 30 years after the events of the movie. But that's how much it impacted us. For our anniversary, 15-year anniversary.
What?
The musical.
Oh no, it was like that was a while ago.
Was it that long ago?
Like I was pregnant with Kenley, so
3 years ago. So 15-year anniversary.
It would have been
14.
Yeah.
For our 14-year anniversary, Ashley took me to see Evil Dead the musical.
It was so badass.
Hell yeah.
We sat in the splatter zone and got sprayed with blood. It was so awesome.
If you guys get the chance to see the Evil Dead musical, do it.
You have to get there early though, because you have to be in the splatter zone.
You got to be in the splatter zone.
You're not living unless you're in the splatter zone.
Right. And they stay true to the films.
Yeah.
But they also put their own spin on. What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
It
was so fun.
It's great. It's fantastic. If you get the chance to see, but Ash and I are both big musical fans anyway.
Yeah.
But if you get the chance to see Evil Dead the musical, guys, I cannot recommend it enough. So, I think everybody did their 1987.
I didn't.
Oh no, you didn't.
But you already did mine. Honorable mention is Creepshow 2. Thanks for the ride, lady.
Yes.
Yes. I love that. And then Evil Dead 2. Like, yeah, for all the reasons.
It's almost like
said.
we know each other.
I know. Darn it.
It's almost like you're married.
Yeah, God. Awesome. So we will catch up on the chat real quick. 1987, Lost Boys, Monster Squad, Predator. I knew Predator would be on your list, Louis. I love it too, Ash. I love that Green Goblin boss truck.
Yes, for sure.
That's what I was thinking, Dice. I am struggling. My wife is going to kill me. No, we appreciate it. Like, seriously, thank you. But don't ever overextend yourself.
No,
like, for real.
No.
That doesn't help us. That hurts you.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not saying we don't appreciate you. We really do. But you just being here and being a part of this is amazing.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Click the button. I mean, maybe Tatum will gift to next time. I'm not 100% sure. The Lost Boys honorable mention, Evil Dead 2. Yeah. Ryan, we would love to have you along though, man. But like I said, Ryan, you're here every week. The fact that you're here, man, thank you. Thank you. For real. 1987, The Dream Warriors, personally my favorite Freddy movie. Yeah. New Nightmare is great too. I love y'all so much. And no, we thank you. Honestly, thank you. But just don't overextend yourself, please. Oh my God, Lost Boys. Watch that. Oh, I love the saxophone.
Yeah.
That's great. So okay, Boomer, 1986. Hitcher, favorite Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. Great movie. Yes. Oh, Dice, check it out. I promise you, you will love it.
It's so awesome.
It is such a blast. Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Not the best, but possibly my favorite movie ever. Oh, okay. Absolutely. I get what you're saying. No, thank you. We love you too. Jake Ambrose, nice meeting you both. So sorry about this. Boomer, it happens, brother.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, it was cool meeting you.
Hey, Dawn.
Hey, Dawn.
How you doing?
We've all been victims of the internet.
Forever, buddy. We love you, Ryan. You're here every week, man. You mean the world to us. Thank you.
Absolutely.
We love you too, Dawn. Thank you. Last one, you guys. I got to send money. Yes. Enjoy Scream 6. Did you just give more memberships out? I can't tell. It doesn't show up in the chat if you did. If you did, thank you so much. All right. Not just horror Love and Miss You. What? Not just horror. Is she here? Did I miss her?
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't see her. Okay. We are up to 1988, and that will be Amber starting us off.
Yes, it's great that I get to start this off because that was the year I was born. Fucking badass year. And we'll get to the next part. All right, so honorable mention, Child's Play. Gotta love Chucky, the first Chucky. But I gotta go with Killer Clowns from Outer Space as my number one because that was my first horror movie.
Yes, it was.
Oh, I fucking love that
I
movie
knew
so
that.
much. I know you knew that. There's a video to prove that you knew that.
Yes, there is a video to prove that out there. So, that's awesome. I love both those movies. 1988 for me, honorable mention is going to be Poltergeist 3. I fucking love this movie. I know it gets a lot of shit, but I really, really love Poltergeist 3. And my number one, this is not going to be a surprise to anybody because
we might as well just do this together because I'm pretty sure we have the same.
Is it from my favorite horror
Child's
franchise?
Play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Child's
My
Play.
honorable mention was also Poltergeist 3. Yeah.
My girl. Child's Play is just so, I mean, that franchise has influenced my life so much. The comedy of that franchise, even the first one, like, yeah, it's definitely more horror oriented than the first one.
He definitely does get more witty within the second one, but he still has his like one-liners.
Like the part where they're in the elevator, and the lady's like, "Ugly doll, fuck you." It was totally nightmare fuel.
Like
when
like the voodoo and
when he's breaking John's arms and legs with the voodoo doll, that scared the hell out of me. Or when, talk to me, damn it, or I'm gonna throw you in the fire. You stupid bitch, you fucking slut. Oh, damn, what the hell? Like, that just scared me as a kid, man. So, yeah, Poltergeist 3, Child's Play 2, or Child's Play, yeah.
At first, you almost feel like oh shit, what's his name? Andy, yeah. Like, he could be the killer because he has the pajamas on and they, like, almost, like, make you feel like it is, but then it's the killer doll. Like, is Andy crazy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you get that feeling with the first one.
Yeah.
So,
and
yeah.
I'm going to be one of the people that says this, and I know that I'm going to catch a lot of shit for it. I like Poltergeist 3 more than I like Poltergeist 1 and 2.
This one was on, we did our ranking on Poltergeist, and this was my number one.
That was my number one as well.
I watched this more as a child than I did the other two. And the ending is the only bad thing about that film is the ending. And it's a very tragic story.
We got to remember Heather O'Rourke. For anybody that doesn't know the backstory, Heather O'Rourke, the young lady that played Carol Ann, passed away while filming the movie.
Yeah.
And the directors, the producers, nobody wanted to finish the film.
And I think they kick themselves in the ass now. Like, they wish they would have done a better ending in honor of her. But at the time, they were broken. They didn't want to finish it, and they made them finish it. And like I said, a
12-year-old girl just passed away.
Right.
And everybody on set's like, no. And the studio's like, yeah, well, we already paid all this money. So yeah, you're going to finish it. And they were like, all right, let's just throw a dog shit ending on this movie and call it quits. And
I do think that they kicked themselves in the ass for that.
They should have honored her memory a little more. They put a body, but I get what they put a body double in, and she just held her there so you didn't see her face. And but the bottom line is, a 12-year-old girl lost her life.
Yeah.
Like at that time, I'm sure they were, they didn't give a fuck about a movie at that time either.
Right.
You can always say, hindsight's 2020. We should have done more for that little girl, which, yeah, for sure. But at that time, you're broken into pieces.
Yeah.
This young lady that you've been a part of, it's fucking tragic, man.
And even throughout the whole movie, like, her cheeks are really puffy because she's on so many steroids because they didn't know what was wrong with her. And it is really sad.
She died because of a medical misdiagnosis. Yeah. She had an abscess in her colon that burst and it killed her. And they were treating her for IBS, and it's so tragic, man. Such a tragic story.
It really is.
Well, let's stop being sad. Jake, what's your 1988?
Stop talking about dead 12-year-olds.
What's your 1988 look like?
Well, my honorable mention, we got to put on the glasses. They Live with Roddy Piper.
I came here to chew gum and kick ass, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was wondering if I mean, it counts as horror, right? I mean, because I was seeing some people kind of say, say it's more of an action movie, but you know.
Do you think it counts as horror? Because I think that's all. I think horror is perceived, and like Hocus Pocus. I think that's a horror movie. So
it's witches trying to kill kids, man.
Yeah.
That's horror. I just went on a tangent about how Terminator is a slasher, and everybody gives me shit for that, man. So, for me, I think it's impossible to lock down what a horror movie is. You can't say it's got to have blood and guts. Man, ER has that shit. It's got to have death. The fucking Lion King has that shit. It's just, it's got to be scary. Pee-wee's Big Adventure scared me as a kid. Probably any other movie with that large Marge shit.
True.
So horror to me is the hardest genre to lock down, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, the fact that the movie tried to teach us something in '88 and we still haven't learned the lesson is pretty horrifying. And then my number one pick, got to go with the Killer Clowns. I mean,
nice. What's not to love?
Yeah.
Damn right.
It makes me want to get in my cotton candy cocoon.
Eat some cotton candy. Yeah.
I guess we will catch up on the chat real quick. Oh, I was born in 1969. Man, I wish I was born in 1969. I wish I could have lived through, I was born in 86. So I remember New Year's Eve 1990. I remember it. I remember my grandpa freaking out. We're in the 90s, I was like, damn, that's cool. I'm 4. But I wish I could have lived throughout the 70s and 80s and saw these movies. I would give anything to see The Exorcist in the theater when it came out.
For sure.
Texas Chainsaw, going to see that in the theater when it came out. I would give my life for those things, man. Child's Play, Killer Clowns, Friday 7, Halloween 4. Great year for horror.
A good year, yeah.
Brain Damage, Pumpkinhead. We're doing a Poltergeist 3 episode. Please. Oh my God.
Yeah.
We would love it. Please, Gabby.
Yes.
Please don't forget us. We would love to because I absolutely adore that movie.
We both do.
We are getting ready to do our last year, 1989, Dawn. Thank you. You have no idea. Ken and Ashley mean to me. I had no one in my life and they friended me. Hey, you're a great person. Mm-hmm. You are a great person. We didn't do it out of sympathy. We did it because we love you to death. So, yep. Nice. He was letting Dawn know we're 1988. The Blob favorite. And you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say Hellraiser 2 is better than the first one. I like Hellbound more than I like the first one. And don't get me wrong. I absolutely love the first one.
Demons to some, angels to others.
If you could help tell Ken and Ashley to go live with me next. We've got all of March is booked up.
Mm-hmm.
But Tatum, how about we'd love to have you in April. First one that we do in April, I'll reach out to you. We'll have you on here. You can be a part of that panel. I just said it. Everybody heard me. I've committed you to it. So the first one in April, Tatum, you will be on with us. Yes, very tragic. Mm-hmm. Very, very tragic.
It really is.
I got to say, I forgot that Heather had passed before Poltergeist 3 was finished, but when they're holding her without showing her face, it dawned on me and it was hard.
Yeah.
It really is, man. It's so fucking sad. There you go. Like I said, the next couple are already planned. We've got our next week we'll be doing our 1990s with the amazing Cody Leach and Reanimate Her.
Mm-hmm.
The week after, we're doing our favorite horror movies of the 2000s with Nick from the Lost River Drive-In, Justin from Ryan 1988, Christian Hannah Horror, and Piz Owl. And then the week after that, it'll be just Ashley and I giving our Maniac Madness, our March Madness bracket.
We need to make our bracket so everyone can have their own.
Yes, and this year's going to be a little different because we've decided we're not going to reuse the same villains from last year.
No, we're going to do all new villains.
All new villains. So there may be some very, very weird ones in there, but on social media, if you're not following Sledgehammer Horror on social media, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. Make sure you're following us because we're going to be putting our bracket out there for you. I'll have it in the community tab here on Sledgehammer Horror on YouTube as well. But we're going to be putting that up in the next couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you get it. Make sure you fill your bracket out because we're going to be doing our March Madness at the end of the month.
And it's a lot of fun.
We had a
lot of fun last year doing it.
So join us for Maniac Madness as well in the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
Here we go. They Live is so good. Yes, bowel obstruction.
Yeah.
It still gets me. She had IBS and it led to her death. It's sad, man.
Mm-hmm.
Should I send one more membership? I mean, I'm not going to be sad, but
No, that's completely up to
right,
you.
right. You worry about you and your family, Tatum, for real. Louis gave a star. Yes, Dominique Dunn was murdered by her boyfriend after Poltergeist 1, who played the older sister in Poltergeist.
Right.
So
yeah,
if you guys haven't, I gotta say, make sure you're checking out. We pimp Shudder all the time. We love Shudder, big Shudder fans. Curse Films on Shudder is very good, and it shows you a lot of the things that happened with Poltergeist. So make sure you're checking that out. I'm trying to see here. The best year. Ashley and I were born 6 days apart.
Yeah, 89, baby.
All right, guys. So we are going to our number one. Yes, you absolutely can. So our 1989. This was the worst year for me. Not because my wife was born this year, but because Loki. What's up, buddy?
Don't try to change the subject.
No, I just there was not very many good movies in 1989, in my opinion. So let's start with my honorable mention, which is Ghostbusters 2. Yes, I do still love Ghostbusters 2. And the winner's Pet Sematary. 1989, I feel, is a very weak year for horror.
I mean, we got Grave Robbers. We have Nightmare on Elm Street 5. We have Puppet Masters. You like Puppet Masters? It wasn't that bad. Okay.
So, yeah. Ghostbusters 2, Pet Sematary for me. What about you, my love?
Halloween 5. Yes, indeed. I like that movie. It has Danielle Harris. She does a really good job.
Oh, sorry. I fell asleep while you were talking. What movie were you talking about?
Oh, you can just go back and Pet Sematary, my very first ever horror movie to watch as a child. This is where it all began for me. I love this movie. It's creepy. It's disturbing. You get to see a little boy get ran over by a semi. And it was sad and so shocking, even as a child, to watch it. And I love Pet Sematary.
Yeah. It was hard. I had to put that on here, obviously.
Yeah. That's a good movie. Not just because of me. You liked that before I came along.
Oh, absolutely. I absolutely did. I had to put that movie on here because I've always been a big fan of it. So,
yeah.
Oh, what about you, Jake? What's 1989 look like for you?
Well, so the one I'm going my runner up, as it were, or honorable mention, is the Dead Next Door. It's like if I am right, which I'm trying to put a list of all the Ohio zombie films that have been made in Ohio. I believe this is the first, Dead Next Door. It's got some cool practical effects, and apparently Bruce Campbell helped do some of the post work on it. So that's pretty neat.
Nice.
That's nice. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I would check it out. It's
Are you from Ohio, Jake?
Yeah. Yep.
Go Buckeyes.
Yeah. Go Bucks. Yeah.
You're our neighbor.
And then for number one, my wife's home. Verbs.
Nice.
Hanks and that's probably my favorite Tom Hanks movie. And Corey Feldman, just endlessly charming in this, as in Lost Boys 2. I call the pizza dude. Those are my two picks.
Nice.
Fantastic picks. How about you, Amber? What's 1989 look like for you?
Well, surprise, surprise. I agree with Ashley.
Yeah.
For the second time. Honorable mention, Halloween 5. Gotta love Danielle Harris for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I fell asleep. What were you saying?
Oh. I love that you just got the her.
You gives me that shit all the time.
Well, you deserved it.
You did.
So, number one, Pet Sematary. I mean, it's such a great movie. Like she said, you get to see a kid run over by a semi. Oh my God, Gage! Yeah. So good.
If you watch that movie from a different perspective, it really looks like Lewis is chasing Gage out to the
semi.
He
doesn't have to buy
He's like, oh, no school clothes. Get out there to the semi. No college. Get your ass out there, you dumbass.
I don't pay for you anymore.
Right.
Now I want to play with you.
He's so cute. Though even when he's a little zombie, he's so cute.
Yes.
I already played with Mama and Judd.
Mhm.
Now I want to play
No
with
fair,
you.
no fair.
Yeah. Oh man. Whoa, what a fun night. Yes, absolutely, man. Like I said, I put my email in here. Hit me up. Email me. We will make it happen.
Yeah.
Pet Cemetery and the Burbs. That's the thing, man. I don't give a shit who you are. If you're willing to come on here and talk horror with us, we'd love to have you on the panel. Absolutely would love to have it.
Mhm.
Okay, we got someone that subscribed to Tatum. Thank you. Bride of Reanimator is an honorable mention in Pet Cemetery.
Nice.
89, weakest of the decade, I agree. But Pet Cemetery, honorable mentions, Society, and yeah, that other movie that I can't say. Pet Cemetery and Nightmare on Elm Street. I hate The Dream Child. I get it, man. Shaim, I get it. I'm sorry, but that's it. That's with me and The Dream Master with Nightmare 4.
Yeah.
Nobody I know likes that movie, and I love it because it's the one I watched the most as a kid. Intruder, Home Sweet, or Sweet Home. Think Poltergeist mixed with Evil
89 was
Dead.
Great.
Yeah, okay.
I was born that year, so it
that's
was
what I'm saying.
It was fantastic. Okay. You remember that later.
Bobby Brown's Ghostbusters 2 theme song was my favorite part of the movie. You know what? I do love that song, but there's so many parts of Ghostbusters 2 that I love. Like when Janosch is on the bike and grabs the kid out the balcony.
Yeah.
Or when the slimes are coming out of the bathtub and or out of the faucet and the bathtub starts twisting and turning.
Yeah.
Ego, the scourge of Carpathia. Like there's so many things about that movie that I just absolutely love. So I love Ghostbusters 2. The Burbs is fucking fun. One of my favorites.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody loves The Burbs, man. So guys, I do want to say everybody in the chat, thank you so much. Ashton, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Ashton.
Intruder is great. Everybody in the chat, everybody that stopped out tonight, thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with us.
Yes.
But before we let you go, I do want these guys to pimp themselves a little bit more for people that came a little bit late. Jake, can you tell people a little bit about Clay Zombies and a little bit about anything you might have coming up here in the future?
Yeah. Thanks for the opportunity. So Clay Zombies is like an ode to older B movie films and older horror zombie films, kind of poking fun at tropes. All the zombies are stop motion animated clay, and it's like a live action film. I kind of got the idea from watching the Ray Harryhausen skeleton scene where they're fighting skeletons, and I was like, it'd be sweet. Why don't I do that with Clay Zombies since I can't afford zombie makeup and all these extras? So anyway, if people wouldn't mind checking that out on Tubi, streaming now, and I'm on Instagram, Clay Zombies, Facebook, Clay Zombies, and if you like goofy movies, goofy B movies with a little splash of horror in there, I think you'll like it. It's if you like Svengoolie, it makes the cornometer go like past 1 million. Lots of puns and goofy gags. And right now I'm currently filming a Christmas special for it, coming out in December. And other projects too, I can't really talk about yet, but those are my 2 big ones.
Nice.
Awesome. Very excited to check those out. What about you, Amber? Can you talk? Do you have any of the Terror Tuesdays? Do you have any of those lined up for the next couple weeks?
Sort of, kind of. I've got ideas for things. But I should be going live next Tuesday, and that should be my first YouTube live too.
Nice.
So that should be fun. You guys can follow me on Instagram at amber.brooke32. Follow me on YouTube now. I think it's Miss Terror. And yeah, I do have some things coming up in the future, but that's around like June, July, and it's horror movies, so it should be fun. Can't really give too much detail, but a certain killer clown might be in it. So.
Ooh!
Oh wow, that's great.
Cannot wait.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we did talk about how the next couple weeks we have some things coming up. Next week we're doing our favorite horror movies of the 90s with Cody and Reanimate Her. Then the week after that, we're doing the 2000s with Justin, Nick, Christian, and Pizzow.
Early 2000s.
Well, 2000 to 2009.
Yeah.
And then the week after that, we will be doing our Maniac Madness. We hope you guys can join us for that as well.
Mhm.
On Friday, our Versus episode on Dawn of the Dead, 78 versus 04, will be live on the channel. I hope you guys check that out. Hope you like it. We may have a couple of Leonardo DiCaprio jokes in that as well. So very excited for you guys to see that. We'll catch up on the chat real quick before we let everybody go. Good night, Cecily. Thank you for coming on. We love you too.
Love you.
And we will see you on Friday.
Yes.
Very excited to see you on Friday. Calvin says, love you, Cecily. Can't wait for our families to meet someday. Well, that someday is Friday, brother.
Calvin.
Because you are going to be hanging out with her watching Scream with us. All right. Everybody, thank you guys again. Oh, right here. Here's where you can find Amber.
Thank
Instagram,
you.
Facebook.
Thank you, Tatum.
Here's where you can find Jake on Instagram. So make sure you're checking them out. Shaheem, have an amazing night.
Have a good
You're
night,
very
Shaheem.
welcome, Dawn. Everybody having good night, Shaheem. Calvin, it was nice to see you, buddy. Have a good evening, everyone.
Bye, guys.
We love you too, buddy. All right, guys. Again, thank you so much. We love every single one of you. Remember, no spoilers for Scream. I know that some people are going to go see it. I know that you are going to want to share it with everybody. Not everybody's going to see it opening weekend. So please do not go and spoil it for other people. Oh, shoot. Oh, right at the end. Happy National Women's Day to the panel in the chat.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great discussion as always. Jake, thanks for the left field picks. Boomer, get some better service. Amber just subscribed. Good
Thanks
night,
so
everybody.
much.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Thanks, Troy.
That's 2 donations right there. So we got to give real quick. We got to give a little bit of a song.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby.
When zombies attack and you don't know what happened, it could have been a wild animal or even several wild animals.
What the hell was it? A wild animal? Of several wild animals?
What the heck was it? A wild animal? Several wild animals?
That's exactly what I said.
Was it a wild animal? Or several wild animals?
God,
It
I
was
love
me.
that movie.
That's who it was me. I'm the wild animal.
If you guys haven't seen The Dead Don't Die, watch that fucking movie. It's so good.
It's a good one.
Up until the end. Yes, everybody have an amazing night. Amber, Jake, please don't go anywhere. We got a couple more questions for you. Everybody else, as always, keep talking horror,
Stay who you are.
and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.